All right, guys. Hey, what's up? Welcome to episode 8 of the Fat Man Gaming Podcast. And man, do we have a big one for you guys today. A lot of stuff to go over. It's just been an insane week. I'm glad that we do these on Fridays because the roundup is kind of good where it landed. So, first introductions. I am the Fat Man. I am the Fat Man at the Fat Man Gaming. To my side over here is my co-host. You guys know him by now. It is Zio. Zio, say what's up to the people.
What's up, peeps?
Yeah, the mic again. Um,
Uh,
yeah, his mic is super sensitive, so if it sounds off, we apologize. We're still getting this thing figured out. It's getting better, I feel, as we're going on. Some big changes coming as far as everything else goes. Got a new camera set up on my end. He's got new mic, new setup going. He's got the double monitor going. So things are starting to turn for the best over here. So, anyways, without delaying it, well, actually, we'll delay it just a little bit. So, I usually save these for the end of the cast, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and start off with it since it's such a big day. What have you been playing lately, Z?
uh, recently I've been trying to get more into trying to look for modded type of stuff for games
Mm.
that I have that can't be modded. I've been playing some 5M, some Black Ops 3 Zombies modded, Cold War. I've been grinding on that, uh, working on my melees,
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
get some moves I didn't
that's
have before.
that's a hard one. Yeah, I remember doing all that stuff. Got to get that gold though.
Yeah. Uh, Playing a bit of Minecraft too, just to relax.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I I haven't the only So I'm gonna start off on a rant here because I've been playing some stuff. So first off, I've been playing Chrono Cross on my Steam Deck. Another RPG I know, but I've been holding it off and holding it off, and finally I jumped in and I have a Steam library that's starting to build up. So I wanted to kind of knock at it. Started off with the Radical Dreamers portion of it, and man, I'm gonna tell you, it's basically like a storybook that you're kind of filling in the gaps on, and it's actually pretty good. I'm glad I never played it until now. So it's kind of like basically you're reading a book, and then you're basically putting the inputs in to what unfolds. I think I'm about halfway through it, but it's been pretty awesome so far. Uh, Tried a couple of different things. So I was hearing a lot of talk about Baldur's Gate. And let me tell you, I'm happy for those of you that love Baldur's Gate and are getting the enjoyment out of it. I 100% applaud it. I can see why people gravitate to it and why they're loving it. It's in Game of the Year discussion already, which is amazes me considering Zelda and all those other games that are out there, and Spider Man's still on the horizon, and it's crazy, you know. But I gotta tell you, it is the nerdiest nerd shit that I've ever seen. I didn't know it was a D&D game, so Baldur's Gate 3 was my first jump into it, and it's the nerdiest shit ever, to the point where you're rolling a dice and it factors into your decision and your attacks, and it's just like I checked in and I checked out almost immediately. I am not a Dungeons and Dragons person. That is too nerdy for me. I can't do it, but again, I applaud anybody that can and those who are enjoying it. Take a big victory lap on that one because I can't do it. Um, but yeah, just wanted to go on that rant and say that Baldur's Gate is the nerdiest nerd shit I've ever played, and I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I have it pulled up, and yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm like, I've been trying to get into Dungeons and Dragons. With my ADHD, Dungeons and Dragons is a type of game that would keep me preoccupied for a good chunk of time,
Yeah.
especially because with how some ADHD people do daydreaming of sorts, where they make up whole other worlds in their head.
Uh huh.
A role playing game such as Dungeons and Dragons is actually a what most players they have is some type of neurodivergency.
And I want this to be clear. I am not knocking it. I can see why people appeal to it. It's just so far out there for me that I just can't do it. I don't have the time or patience for it. But anyways, that's what we've been playing. So now let's get right on into it. Um, let's see. Where are we gonna start? Okay, so there was a lot of announcements this week in the world of the video games, and it's just all exciting. And a new one that just came in not even that long ago. I'm just like, man, how much do I need to fill in on this show? So let's see. First of all, let's turn down my phone because I don't want notifications to come in and distract. So, um, all right, got that taken care of. All right, so let's see.
So, do you want to start with how last episode you mentioned THQ? You want to start with their game?
Was that the park one?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. I have nothing on that one. I hadn't even looked into that one. That I know that you brought that one up, so go ahead. You take the reign on that one.
So this is something that was just announced actually today. Uh, I was scrolling through TikTok and I happened to come across the trailer for it, and I looked it up, and yeah, it's a recently announced game. It's gonna be released next year. It's being developed by THQ. It's a 3D game actually. It's so the characters are gonna be three dimensional, and the game is called South Park Snow Day. It's a co-op game. It's gonna release for for all of the consoles from PC to Nintendo. So, pretty much what the premise of this game is: you join the main characters of South Park in three-dimensional glory to celebrate the most magical day in any young child's life, a snow day. So it's pretty much just a PvP game, a 3D PvP game. Uh, you can grab up to three friends, battle your way through snow-piled streets of South Park on a quest to save the world and enjoy a day without school. I'm reading all this off of their website, off of a video game chronicle.com. So they confirmed the creators of South Park actually confirmed that they were working on this game back in 2021, and it seems as though they're almost ready to release it.
Huh.
The last two games they released actually had scores of 85 and 84, so their games actually do pretty well. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a PVE or PvP type South Park game.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So like a games as a service thing.
Yeah. Uh, the trailer, they actually just really did the reveal trailer
Uh,
today. It's on YouTube if you guys want to check it out yourselves. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
oh, all right, cool. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that one, so that yeah, that sounds cool. What was the last South Park game? It was it wasn't.
Stick of Truth.
Was it Stick of Truth? Okay, I thought it was the other one. But yeah, no, those games were awesome. So, uh,
No, no, wait, no. It's the Fractured Butthole. That was the last one. My mistake. The Stick of Truth was first, and then Fractured Butthole.
all right. So let's see. Let's see. You want to do a mic reset real quick? Cause I'm having interference problems over here still. Sorry, guys. Just checking the mic real quick.
Could be the fact that I have my fan running down below
Mm,
or right behind me because it gets hot up here.
yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on. I know we had some trouble last week and it still captured it. So yeah, we're working on it. Let's see. So yeah, there was the South Park game, and then there was a bunch of other stuff that came. So let's start off with the Pokemon Presents. Not really gonna get too into detail with everything because honestly, it wasn't that good. It was kind of a letdown as far as Pokemon stuff goes, but at the same time, fans are always saying that that the Pokemon Company and Nintendo are always rushing Pokemon because they seem to come out every year. And so I think maybe, hopefully, they skip a year in 2024 and just let Scarlet and Violet be. So the Pokemon Presents, they announced a new animated series. It's called Path to the Peak. I don't know what
Yeah,
the weird title, but anyways, it's basically like the Pokemon version of Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's a animation about the trading card game, and pretty much Yu-Gi-Oh with Pokemon. It's yeah. So they announced that. Next was they did another trailer for what was it Detective Pikachu for the new game coming out on the Switch. And it looked good. I've never played the Detective Pikachu game, so this will be the first one that I hop into. So I'm looking forward to that. So it was a pretty good trailer. Then they announced Pokemon Horizons. It's basically the series that's continuing on after the whole Ash Ketchum thing came to an end. This is going to be the new series that comes after. So Ash Ketchum is now the Pokemon champion, and then this series kicks off, and it had the newest generation Pokemon, Fuecoco, and the other two Pokemon, the green or the grass and whatever the water type one. I call them Johnny Bravo Duck because he was the one that I would have chose. Um, and then they did the announcement of the newest additions to Switch Online, which was honestly Nintendo just loves pissing away money because they had an opportunity here to make every fan's dream come true by releasing just release all the Pokemon games on NSO, just all at once. Let people go through them and play them all they want. They didn't do that. What they did announce was Pokemon Stadium 2 for the N64, and then Pokemon the trading card game for Game Boy Color. Um, so there was that. And then they announced the DLC for Scarlet and Violet. And honestly, if you want to go, you can go to YouTube and check out the trailers for that. Oh, but my thing that I got kind of excited for was the Mewtwo and Mew. So they have the code for Mew. So listen up, guys, if you want it. If you go into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the code, you go to your what's it called, mystery gift box, and you'll type in this code, "Get your Mew," all capped, and that will land you a free Mew in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And then you have an opportunity to get Mewtwo, but it's in one of the Terra raids, and those are awful. So good luck to you with that. Mew's an easy get. Mewtwo, good luck. If you want them, get in that Terra raid. If not, then I can understand why. Um, so yeah, that's that. That was the Pokemon Presents. Let's see. Oh, and then the one that I want to jump ahead and get in this one out of the way. They a picture of the new PS5 Slim leaked out, and it's pretty sexy so far from what I can see. I personally won't be getting one because I don't need a slim model. I'm waiting for the Pro. I don't want to muddy up my desk any more than it already is. But yeah, so if you guys want to go online, you can check it. The PS5 Slim leak came out. It only showed a portion of it, and I think it was basically a chunk of the box somebody took a picture of. But that leak is out there, and it's a nice design. It basically looks like a PS5, thinner, but then it has like a black trim in the middle that goes across. So it's kind of got almost a PS4 and the PS5 mixed together. So yeah, the PS5 leak came out. So I was kind of when I first thought I saw it, I thought, okay, this might be the Pro, but it was not. It appears to be the Slim. Um, so yeah, I'm sure you're checking it out right now.
yeah, I'm looking at the picture. Yeah, it doesn't really seem. It doesn't really. Yeah, it just looks like they took the what's it called, the non-disc version of the PS5 and took out a chunk of the side plate.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are kind of upset too because it doesn't look like the faceplates that'll carry over to this one. And then this is supposed to have the removable drive. So I don't know. There's rumors that the removable drive is in fact you can install it inside this thing, or maybe that was the Pro. I don't remember where the rumor was landing at, but man, kudos to PlayStation if they actually go forward with that and allow you to put a drive into your own system. That's getting pretty consumer friendly, I would think. But yeah, it leaked out. I think it looks kind of cool. It's not for me because, like I said, I don't need a slim model, especially if it's going to do everything that my big boy over here is doing. So I'm just going to wait for the Pro at this point.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about next Nintendo Switch 2 rumors and leaks that have been coming out?
Oh yes. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so like I said, this is a big news day, guys. So I'm excited. I want you guys to hear it. So, yeah. So Nintendo Switch 2 rumors are out, and the leak is getting a little bit more and more, kind of shisty. Kind of, yeah. It kind of sucks. A lot of it. So the rumors now are that it's going to ship with a LCD screen. So basically, the screen that it has on it now, and a lot of people are upset about that because now those who own the OLED love the OLED, and those who are just used to the old LCD that's on the base Switch and then the Switch Lite, they're kind of tired of it. And then the worst part of the leak is or the rumors coming from developers who have their hands on it. This thing may not be backwards compatible. I don't know if Nintendo is switching the size of the carts or if they're doing a proprietary cart or what's going on. But the rumor is that this thing may not be compatible backwards to the old Switch. And the one upside is that the storage in it on the base one, whatever this thing is it's going to be right around 512 gigs. So definitely a hefty storage upgrade, but a downgrade as far as the screen goes because it's basically the same screen. And then if this thing's not backwards compatible, like if you can't stick your old Switch game in there and play, that's gonna be, I think, a riot as far as fans go. I think that's gonna set some people off.
Yeah, and what I'm looking at here on on a website about potential features, Uh, one thing I would like to see is that the base for it, where that lets you connect it to the TV. I don't know if it already has this. I don't have a Switch personally. Um, does it have an Ethernet port already, so you can hardwire it into a router for better connection?
I believe the OLED one does. I don't think the base model did, but the OLED one does have the Ethernet port.
Okay, well then, that's really all I'd really want on one. Is just to be able to hardwire it into a connection for, because Wi-Fi. You can have the best Wi-Fi in the world, the most expensive, the best and the best. You can have fiber optic Wi-Fi, but it's still a wireless connection. It can still be faulty. Whereas if you hardwire it, it's going directly from the router to the system,
Yeah,
and you just get a better connection for most games. It's why
yeah,
most games on other consoles and on the PC will require a hardwire connection because it will just make the game perform better.
right. Yeah, no, I think that's why the OLED model came out. It was part from the better screen, but there was the Ethernet port. I don't remember if the base Switch had a port or not. I don't remember because I got rid of my OLED, or my base model. Thanks, buddy. After the Switch OLED came out, so yeah, I gave that away. Um, but no, and then Nintendo is notorious for having awful online servers anyway. So it's a combination of needing to be hardwired, and then if Nintendo's online servers can even handle the frequency. So yeah, the only thing I'm really hoping for the Switch, and I had said this earlier on another podcast. I left a comment over there, but I'm gonna say it here too. Uh, so my thing is, I think, and Nintendo, take this idea all the way to the bank, please, because this is, I'm talking to you right here, face to face. Here's what you do: you have NSO, and you trickle out a little bit of games at a time. But here's what you should do: you can keep the NSO and keep it where it's at. Honestly, well, I'll tell you more in a second, but you bring back the eShop, bring back the old eShop, the Wii U eShop, the Wii eShop, bring that back and throw it into one package. Charge $12 a month, $12 a month if people want to do monthly, or charge $120 a year and let everybody download and play those games for $120 a year or $12 a month. Basically, it's your Game Pass. Let us have access to all of your games that we want to play, all that back catalog, all those beautiful games that you don't like to release that all of us want, that people are going out and getting emulators to play that you hate. Do that. $12 a month or $120 a year. Put it side by side with NSO if you want, or just combine the two and make it $140 a year and $15 a month. People will pay that money. You will make so much money. You'll be laughing your ass to the bank if you just give the fans what they want, and what they want is the eShop. Now, you don't have to let them buy them if you don't want to, because you can do the Game Pass plan or the Netflix thing that they call it. But this is your killer idea. This is your idea from me to you to steal. Make that thing possible. Give us what we want. Give us the Nintendo Game Pass, and let us have our games, because that's what we want from you. And that's all
Yeah.
I'll say about that.
Yeah. And excellent segue here to our next topic of the night, the next news of the night. Speaking of Game Pass, you recently
Oh, yeah.
uh were able to beta test something from PlayStation.
Yeah, that's right. So, guys, if you hadn't heard, there's two beta tests that are going on right now. One is it's basically it's an OS upgrade. It allows you to turn the beep off on your PlayStation. It allows Dolby Atmos, which is absolutely killer, by the way. It allows Atmos sound. It gives you better quality on a bunch of different things. But turning off the beep is the most important, because, guys, if you know by now, you have a significant other and that beep goes off, you're in trouble, especially if they hear it. So the ability,
Especially if you're still in school and you're trying to sneak gaming
yeah.
in at night.
So men with significant others, kids, as soon as this actually hits the public, turn the beep off. And then the other beta program is for the streaming service. So, and it's basically for PlayStation. They're basically PlayStation Plus. So I got beta codes for both of them, as I often do, because like I said, I am PlayStation at heart. They know this. I get access to a lot of their things from being with them since the beginning. But I did get a beta code for the 4K streaming over the console, and I tested it last night, and I played some God of War, and then I played a couple of other things, just kind of testing out. Works beautifully. Like, I was amazed. I'm streaming PS5 games over the whatever they call it, the cloud, or their version of the cloud, and it's working perfectly. A couple of hiccups here and there, kind of a down. I could see like a couple of frame drops, but that was usually in like the heavy areas, and I think it had a little bit of my internet, because my internet in my area was kind of choppy last night, either high usage or someone hit a pole, which is common in this area. But yeah, no. So the 4K streaming over the Wi-Fi, or whatever they're calling it, is absolutely awesome. It's working, and it gives me more hope for Project Q, because if it works anything like this, and I know Project Q is only 1080p. I think it's 1080 60, but it still gives me hope, because this is perfect. Like, or even if for somehow or some way that the Q can actually take in the 4K and upscale its screen or something, I think. Oh, go watch it. I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, it's definitely looking up. And the 4K streaming is actually perfect. It's actually working really good, and I'm excited.
Yeah, and if I probably still had a PlayStation, I probably would have gotten it as well. Unfortunately, because I don't anymore. I didn't bother to check. Uh, but yeah, this seems like they're starting to finally catch up to Xbox in terms of like Game Pass for the streaming service that they're working on, and I hope it does really well in the beta, and that PlayStation looks at it in a positive way. Because then, having a PlayStation version of Game Pass, I would honestly buy that more than the Xbox one, because then I could play the games I grew up on more.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like Jim Ryan said, like PlayStation can't afford to put their games day one on their service, and I get it, but people underestimate the PlayStation Plus. It's actually not bad. Like it's not bad at all. The only difference between them and Game Pass is I think Xbox has a better cloud system, and I think that them having their games on day one is both great and bad because, like I've said before, I don't know how Game Pass makes money. A lot of podcasts have said that. I don't know how it's sustainable. Xbox swears that it is, and Phil Spencer and all them swear that it is, and I'm not trying to deny it. I'm rooting for Xbox, and I really hope that it is profitable. I just don't understand how it is, but they do have that infrastructure of having better servers and stuff like that, and PlayStation kind of being choppy and like when they first acquired Gaikai and they acted the old PlayStation Now service, eh, it was hit or miss. I kind of didn't care for it after a while, but now I have the high tier. What's it called? Premium. So I'm downloading games off and on, and I'm having a good time with it. So yeah, I'm not seeing really too many dips. But I also have 2 gig speed internet, so I'm spoiled. So
Yeah. So let's see. What can we talk about next? You want to do TMNT or do you want to do Modern Warfare 3 next?
no, let's go with Call of Duty. So yeah, so guys, so the other thing that was announced over the air during the week was, and I couldn't be more excited. We're gonna finally see this thing come to conclusion. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 slated for November 10th, coming out. Yeah, November 10th. And man, the trailer it didn't show much, but hearing oh shit, what happened? Hang on, I think my headset died. Say something.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on. But anyways, you guys can still hear me. I just can't hear what's going on. But anyways, hearing the voice of hearing the voice of Captain Price, and then him talking about is it Makarov?
Makarov, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Makarov. Yeah. Just seeing the little bit that they did show got me goosebumps and got me pumped. I'm ready for it. So, Zio, I'm gonna go and get the wire for my headset to get it plugged back in. So go ahead and fill in the blanks for me. I'll be right back.
Alright. Alright, so yeah, when I looked at the trailer too that they released as they've been teasing it, I saw Makarov and for those of you that played the original Modern Warfare trilogy, you'll know that Makarov, was more formal. And by formal I mean like, he was just more of a diplomat kind of guy. He was always wearing a nice suit, or basic civilian clothing. He wasn't, but something that was still nice. This new Makarov looks what someone that is bent on world destruction would look like. And I love his new look. Love what they're doing with it. Uh, you know, ooh, sorry about that. Having rumors that there's going to be a zombies mode, Warzone, uh, plus a multiplayer and single player. You know, this might be the first COD title, newer COD title that I will beg to honestly have to get. I don't care what the price is. I will find a way to get it. The logo, while basic, it does look really good. Sledgehammer Games, so far they haven't had a good reputation in my eyes, but with all the stuff that they're expecting to release with this game, slide canceling, reload canceling, remastered maps from the original games that are actually going to be there, that we were originally promised but haven't gotten. Uh, you know, so far it seems as though Sledgehammer is actually taking the stuff that we've been wanting and actually like finally listening to the fans and saying, "All right, you guys want a Modern Warfare 3 game? You want all this older stuff to come in? Let's bring it back. Let's do it. Let's run it back." They're, like that's kind of their go-to usually. With the past two games, it was World War II games, but you know, I am having some high hopes for this. Uh, it seems as though the next Warzone map is going to be Las Almas, which, you know, for those of you playing Warzone and the story of it, you would know that Philip Graves is back in action. And spoiler alert for the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, if you haven't played it yet, please avert your ears. You have been warned. Uh, you know, the mission ended with supposedly him being in a tank and us blowing the tank up. And then come to find out that he's not. It's just really trippy. It's not, you know, let's see, let's look at what the features are. The perks are supposed to be categorized by gear in 4 slots, helmet, vest, gloves, and boots. Uh, Seems fine to me. If each thing is gonna be, you got the ninja perk, which was in Cold War. That's slated to make another comeback. Uh, I really liked ninja as a perk in Cold War. As a matter of fact, to tell you the truth, my melee's only setup in Cold War is literally just perk greed, with with all of the perks being um sorry, I'm blanking right now, Lady HD. Uh Flak jacket, tack mask, gearhead, quartermaster, and then I would always use ninja and uh ghost or cold blooded. Or depending on the game mode, um
All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm having technical difficulties over here, so my camera's going to be off for the time being. Um, so yeah, no, I was listening to everything, and so yeah, that's all cool, dude. What was I gonna say? So yeah, they announced that, and then I'm excited for it. I'm sure you're excited for it. You're the big Call of Duty guy here, so yeah, there was that. And then we got the next bit of news for the week was the one that was most exciting for me because I am a big fan of the property. I loved the comic run. It was some of the best comic that I ever read, and honestly, it was one of the first comics that I ever read through. Like I would kind of like peek at comics every now and then, but I never actually like would take the time to read one all the way through. And it was the game that was announced. I think it was announced. It was announced today. Yeah, and it was TMNT, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. If you don't know what The Last Ronin is, I'm not gonna get into spoiler territory here. I'll kind of brief you real quick on what it is. The Last Ronin is basically a Ninja Turtle story about there only being one turtle left. It doesn't tell you until the very end which turtle it is. It leaves it up for it. Well, again, I can't really say because it's a spoiler, but um, basically, the other three turtles have died. Master Splinter is gone, and they were killed by, if I remember correctly, Shredder's grandson. And basically, the last turtle is out on a revenge tour, and he's out to kick everybody's butt until it comes down to the very last one. It The game's supposed to be heavily inspired by God of War, and that just sounds incredible. The fact that Nickelodeon approved of this is even greater. I The trailer that they showed today basically was just black and white. It shows four candles, and then periodically the candles go out one after the other until there's only one, and then you hear some combat noises in the back, and then it shows a black and white picture at the end that then lightens color, and it shows the last Ronin, and then all the bad guys coming at him and him charging towards them. And let me tell you, oh man, the goosebumps that came from watching that trailer, even though it didn't show much, just made me want to go read the comics again. And people, I'm stressing this to you. Go read The Last Ronin. It's all in one book right now. You can get it all in one go. And it's some of the best Ninja Turtle stuff that you can possibly read. I'm talking great.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read the last running comic books, but knowing the story behind it, having gotten a little bit of a speed run through one of the YouTube channels I watch, honestly, I can't believe that they actually are making a game of this. It was a very good comic, and the fact that I don't even know when the last TMNT game was, or what it was even called.
The last one would be Shredder's Revenge.
Ah, yeah, we haven't had one since then, and
The
you know,
problem is, the thing is that we've never had a authentic Turtles game. Now, when I say authentic, I'm talking Peter Laird, Kevin Eastman, original run comic, violent, gritty, like the Turtles were. So I'm going to get into some spoiler territory here for you who don't know. In the original run of the comic books, the Turtles were all one color. The bandanas were all red. They didn't get their colors until the 1989 cartoon, and the reason why they did that was to kind of kid friendly them up, and that way you could tell them apart. And they got the little belt with the letters on them, and so the color scheme really came from the cartoon. In the original run of Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman's comics, uh, the turtles were also very violent. It was a dark comic. They're basically the original comics were basically a revenge tour on Shredder. They went to go get him. Eventually, it does culminate with them defeating him. And the way that they do it was that they basically tell Shredder, like, we're not going to kill you, you're going to kill yourself. And they give him they give him a sword, and they told him to seppuku himself. Now, anybody that knows anything about like ninja stuff and all that stuff, ancient Japanese and all that, seppuku was basically that a samurai or Ronin, I forgot which one it was, that was disgraced or dishonored or basically didn't do something right or something. They're In order to maintain their honor, they had to perform seppuku. Seppuku was they take their weapon, they jam it into their gut, they twist it, and then they die. Um, and the Turtles in the original comic run made Shredder do that, and it was insane. I was remembering those books when I was younger, thinking like, "What the hell's going on?" So if they can capture some of that into this game, now I don't mean they have to go ultra violent. Let's remember it's Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
but if they can capture even just a little bit of that, a little bit of God of War, I think we're into something great. And the the developers that are behind it kind of have spotty records, but I don't know. If the tone of the game is the same tone that we got in the trailer, even though the trailer didn't show much, I mean, just give it to me now.
Yeah, and hopefully, if this game really does take off and go very well, I wouldn't be surprised if Nickelodeon starts going back into their old ways of, having some teen related programming and making a series, animated series based off of both the comic and the game.
Yeah, I honestly believe that the children, the basically the children from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s deserve a gritty Turtles, and I kind of thought we were going to get that with the live action TMNT ones that came out, the Transformer guy ones.
Michael
And
Bay.
yeah, unfortunately with the Bay Turtles, we almost got that, but not quite. There's a lot of things that it did different in those movies, and a lot of things I would have took out, especially actors wise. Megan Fox was completely unnecessary in that movie.
Yeah.
Casey Jones, another one. Like, I liked it, that guy as the Green Lantern. He wasn't a good Casey Jones. Um, but yeah, we haven't. Honestly, for me, I haven't seen a good Turtles movie since 19. What was it? The 1990 and 1991 TMNT movies. So Turtles 1 and Turtles 2 back in my day. I haven't seen any movies that have been good since then. Now, I haven't seen the new ones, so I'm kind of holding judgment. I've heard nothing but great things about it. The only thing preventing me from seeing it is the animation. I really don't like that style of animation. I don't even like the Spider Verse movies. Um, so that's the only thing holding me back from seeing that. But I digress. So yeah, so if the game can capture any bit of God of War, any bit of the trailer that we got today, I'm 100% in.
Yeah, same. I haven't played a TMNT game. I think the last one I played was like it's been so long I can't even remember. But I know I played one on one of the older consoles I had
Yeah,
growing up. You know, sorry. Uh but yeah, this seems like a game even I would want to play. If it's God of War type, I like those kind of games. I will definitely try picking it up and giving it a try myself.
yeah. Oh, so yeah, there's that. So then that's pretty much the roundup, guys. It was an eventful week. I'm excited about the things that came out. I can't wait for some of this stuff. I didn't know I have any idea about the South Park game, but that's exciting because the South Park guys, I honestly don't know how they continue to do the things they do, especially in current times where everybody's so sensitive about everything. Um, so yeah, that was pretty cool. I do want to announce one thing. We are going to announce that PS2 winner tonight. We are at 61 subs and counting. Met two cool guys at Sam's Club over the week. They subscribed to the channel, so I've got four people that are in the drawing now. So four people are going to win. I'm going to get that drawing done, make a quick video to announce the winner, and then we'll figure out how to get a hold of them after that. So PS2 is going either tonight or tomorrow when I make the announcement. I'll probably make the announcement before I finish the podcast. So this goes
And
this gets recorded on Friday and you guys see it on Saturday. So there's that.
yeah, and if those two Samsung guys are listening, you mind sliding me a Galaxy Flip 5,
Oh, they were the they were AT&T guys at Sam's Club. So yeah, they were pretty cool. And again, at the end of listening and all the way through, hey guys, thanks for subbing to the channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah. So we're here right now. We're going to announce a new show. We haven't quite titled it yet, and you guys will see it next Monday. immediately following WWE Raw. So me and Zio, we are video game people first, but we also have been been watching wrestling since the beginning. For me, it's been since the Hulk Hogan era in the '80s, or '80. Started watching wrestling in 1989. I'm old, so uh,
Uh, I believe I started watching it. I remember the night clearly when I first started watching wrestling. It was the night you took Dad to go see it live at the
yeah,
Arco Arena.
yeah, I remember that night. That was
I
crazy.
do not remember the year, but that is the exact year I started watching wrestling every single time.
Yeah. So yeah, I do. We do have a deep history in wrestling. So again, my first ever live event was in San Diego with my grandpa. It was at it was at the San Diego Sports Arena, RIP. And it was a live SmackDown show, and I'll never forget seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin. We saw The Rock. We saw the Dudley Boys. We saw, oh man, I'll never forget that show. It was incredible. Stone Cold flipped me off. That was awesome. The Dudley Boys threatened to steal something from me. I don't remember what it was. But it was a great night, and it was ever since then I had been a wrestling fan, heart and heart. So, starting this Monday, and then again Friday night following SmackDown, we have. Oh, so we're moving. Okay, before we do that, we're moving the gaming podcast, to Thursday. So we'll record Thursday, launch Friday, and then the other two podcasts, they're not going to be as long, maybe 30 minutes to kind of recap what we saw on Monday Night Raw and again SmackDown. So Monday, Thursday, Friday, and yeah, so we're gonna try to keep busy. We're trying to bring you guys all the content that we can pump out. So be prepared for after wrestling recap. Those are gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't really sat down and watched wrestling for a while, so this is kind of exciting for me. I'm also going to start linking Zio. He's going to have access to the channel, so he'll be able to update and do all kinds of stuff for you guys too when I'm not around. So if ever there's one night that he wants to recap wrestling and I'm not around, he has the ability to do so. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna name that show yet. I'm working on a name. We're working on it together, so we'll figure that out. But yeah, this Monday will be the first episode of that. And yeah, so we're just pumping out content. We're really getting into it now. I feel like we're starting to get the hang of it. I know the background noise wasn't as bad this time, and I'm pretty proud of that. I'm getting that figured out. I'm working on a studio in my garage right now, getting stuff moved around, getting an air conditioner installed in there so I'm not sweating my balls off when I'm in there. So getting that worked out, getting soundproofing on the wall. So once we do that, everything's going to start picking up, better lighting, all that stuff. So yeah, we're really getting into this, guys. I'm really enjoying it. If you guys could share it, that'd be awesome to get those likes and subscribes. We're doing the TikTok thing, spreading awareness on here, trying to get this forward. I'm working on two sponsors right now. I can't say anything yet. We're still working with one that's been working. We're kind of hit a snag as far as things go because they want to buy the channel, and I'm not interested in that. I don't know why they want to buy the channel. I thought it was kind of a scam at first, but it's legit. It's not very much, but I don't want to sell the channel. So, yeah, basically they want to own the channel so that they can dictate what goes on, and yeah, I'm not about that. So, we're hit a snag there. Still looks good, but working out something there. The second sponsor is a local sponsor, and I can't talk about that yet, so more details on that to come. Or when you start seeing the ad for it, then y'all know what it is. So I know this one was kind of short. We're gonna wrap it up here. I'm excited about all the games that are coming out. I was not expecting the things to come out. The Pokemon Direct or Presents was meh at best. Ronin was really the steal of the show for me this week. And then beta testing the PS5 stuff, and yeah, so. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Go and check out the Switch leak. Go and check out the PS5 leak. Let me know what you guys think. And then to the 4 people, I'm going to get that damn prize wheel going and see who won the PS2. And we'll get that shipped out ASAP. So yeah, guys, that's it. Z, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, about the wrestling podcast really quickly. Are we
Yeah.
just gonna stick directly to WWE, or are we gonna look at the other wrestling companies as well?
I think for the first couple episodes, once we get a hang of it, we'll probably just stick to WWE, and then we'll switch AEW in there because really those are the only two that honestly kind of matter. So yeah, I kind of want to get into AEW. I just don't have the time right now, but I want to see how these two shows go first before we do anything else. We might eventually just make the SmackDown and Raw one show, but I want to see how it works on this format first to see if we can keep up with the schedule.
Yeah,
So,
and then for the pay-per-views, do you want to do those ones as like a live broadcast, like without, we can't really show it, obviously, but we can watch it as it's going on, and it could be
um,
like a little
yeah,
bit.
we'll figure that out as we go. For probably the first couple pay per views, you might have to solo them for me because I really don't have the time to watch the pay per views. But yeah, he wanted. I mean, we'll figure it out. So don't worry, people. We're gonna get it figured out. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Then I'm done on my side. I've talked a lot. Anything else you want to launch out, Z, or are we ready to say bye to the people?
No, I think that's it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for enjoying episode 8. I can't believe we're here already. I know 8 isn't many, but hey, we'll see what happens when we get to 100. Do the things like subscribe, share it, and then yeah, be on the lookout for more content, guys. And then one last shout out. Yeah, congratulations to Mike Tendo for those 300 subs, dude. Proud of you. Couldn't ask for more for a better dude. And I'd love to have you on the podcast one day, Mike. So if you ever want to join, open invitation. So, all right. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you next episode. Z, say goodbye to the people.
See you guys.